Hi, my fellow WW warriors. Today, I'm going to show you guys my go-to breakfast that I usually have every day. I would probably say I have it about maybe 5 to 6 days out of the week, and I really don't get sick of it, and it's very few points. So I'm going to show you what I do and how many points it is and how you can make it even less than what I make it for. First of all, I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm going to take a 9x13 pan, and I'm just going to spray it with non-stick spray, and I use Orita shredded hash browns. I love these shredded hash browns because they are only, for 3/4 a cup, it's only 1 point, and for 1 to 1.5 cups, it's only 2 points. So you can make it less if you want to use 3/4 a cup instead of 1 or 1.5 cups. That's totally fine. But I normally use about 1 cup of potatoes, just because 1.5 seems like a lot of potatoes, especially when you measure it out. But like I said, you can totally use less if you're trying to save points for later. If I don't make a mess all over my oven. So I got my hash browns. And I just lay them in my pan like this. I stick mine in the oven because I love the way they get nice and brown and kind of crispy. Because I absolutely hate soggy hash browns, and if you do them in the pan, they just don't come out as crispy. So I do recommend you putting them in the oven. I will put these in the oven for about 15 minutes. I'll give it about 15 minutes, and then I will look at them. And once it gets a little bit brown on the bottom, that's when I turn them over. And I just season mine with a little bit of kosher salt, some black pepper, garlic, and onion powder. So I'm going to do that now. I don't usually measure out my seasonings. I just kind of sprinkle as I go. Alright, so you can see my potatoes are nicely seasoned. And as I'm waiting for the oven to preheat, I'm going to do the rest of my ingredients now. The thing I use or make with it are these Jimmy Dean turkey sausage crumbles. I absolutely love these for breakfast. I'll show you later what I do with them, but I just use my food scale here, and I weigh out 1 1/3 ounces of these crumbles, because up to 1 1/3 ounces of these is only 1 point for sausage. And then after I do my sausage, I take a bowl and I break open 3 eggs and I scramble them. I don't season them until I put them in the pan to scramble. So I'm gonna scramble my eggs, and once I get my hash browns in the oven, I'll let you know what I do after that. Okay, everybody, my oven is preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm gonna stick my hash browns in the oven, like I said, for about 15 minutes until they get golden brown on one side, and I'll show you that once they get to that point, and then I'm gonna show you what I do after that. So stay tuned to see what happens to the breakfast. All right, everybody, my hash browns, as you can see, whoop, let me try to hold them. They're a little bit brown on one side, so I'm just gonna flip these over. Put you down a little bit. You can see how they're a little bit golden around the edges and kind of in the middle. That's the way I like them. So now I'm going to take my sausage crumbles and I'm just going to lay them in the pan. I'm just going to lay them in my 9x13. You can see them here. And I'm going to put them back in the oven. I might even just turn the temperature down in my oven down to 350 just so my hash browns don't get too burnt. So when I put my sausage crumbles in the pan with the hash browns and put them back in the oven, what I do then is I start my scrambled eggs. So by the time my scrambled eggs are done cooking, I take those out of the oven because the sausage doesn't need that much time to they don't need time to cook, they just need time to be heated through. So by the time my eggs are done, those are done too, and I can pull everything out and put it together. So once I get my eggs scrambled, because I'm not going to put you through the process of watching me scramble eggs, I think you know how to scramble eggs. So let me scramble my eggs and I'll be back and I'll show you how I put it all together. Okay, I've got my eggs scrambled and I put them on the plate, but I will tell you 2 things about my eggs. Number 1, I use 3 eggs and I eat 3 eggs every day, so don't be alarmed. It's my norm. And when I cook my eggs in the skillet, I use non-stick spray. I don't use anything else, no butter, no oil or nothing. And I don't add anything to them like water or milk or anything. So I'm going to take out my hash browns and sausage. Let me tilt this down. As you can see, my hash browns are nice and golden brown. And my sausage, as you can tell, they're nice and brown on one side. They're nice and brown on one side, so that's all they needed was time to get brown. Okay, this is what my plate looks like, but that's not how I eat it. I'll show you how I eat it in a second. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to show you how I eat my breakfast. I call it the Sarah Scramble because that's what it is. It's just scrambled eggs, but I put everything on top of the eggs and scramble it up. So this is what I do. I break up my eggs just a little bit more than what they are, just so I don't have a lot of big chunks in there. And then I take my hash browns and I crumble those over the top. And then once I do that, I put my sausage on top of that. Please don't mind the background noise. My TV is on and I'm watching Supernatural. So that's what that is. Okay, so after I do that and put the sausage on, I take some, let's see, there we go. I take some paste picante sauce. It's 0 points for as much as you pour on it, so I love it with my eggs, so this is what I do. I pour this on top of everything. And then I just mix it all together. That's it. That's my breakfast just about every morning. So I hope you guys, when you make it, you enjoy it, because I love it and it keeps me full for hours. So don't worry about that. Like I said, this whole thing for me is only 3 points. But if you use the 3/4 of a cup of hash browns instead of 1 or 1.5, it's only 1 point instead of 2. So you're going to save yourself a point. And that's about it. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, comment on this video, and even share this video with everybody else that you know that would like it too. And I want to tell you guys that I am on Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of things about what I eat for dinner and how many points they are and what ingredients I use. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can totally do that. It is underneath the same name, which is www.duchessglitter. WWDUCHESSGLITTER. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast now. Bye.